Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Keller the Pundit, and man, what a game yesterday. Talk about Fergie time. What a game yesterday. See, the game was sweet, it was nice, but I beg, less of that. It's not good for the heart rate. Please, less of that. Let's get back. Let's go on. Let's go.
I'm the killer girl. Killer.
Okay, as the game started yesterday, everybody was looking towards this game. Like, okay, this is going to be the real test for Carrick, based on you were underdogs against City, you were underdogs against Arsenal. This is your real test. But to think of it, Fulham, they're not so far away from us like that. Like, I think it's just, as of yesterday, it was I think it was like a 4-point gap between us and Fulham. Like, it wasn't that much. And Fulham plays situational football. Let me give an example what I mean by situational football. They don't have, like, there's some teams, like, let me use Sean Dyche, for example. You know he's going to go and pack the boss. Like, you know that's what he's going to do. Fulham play based on how the game flows. If they look at them like, okay, we've scored a goal, they will defend. If it's a 0-0 draw, they will play neutral. If they are behind, they attack. I think that's how United on that Carrick so far we've been playing, to be honest. So it was not really this is going to be a low block. They're going to try to break this low block. Nah, it was never going to be like that. So a lot of people thought it was going to be like that, but like, I didn't feel it was going to be like that, because I've seen some Fulham games. They are that team that are resilient. So I didn't really feel they're going to be a low block. And as the game started, Fulham started with chances. It was a back and forth game, which, okay, that kind of game is nice, but I'm someone that I prefer control. Like, I prefer us to have, either we're controlling the ball or we're controlling space. But you see these chaotic kind of games, I don't like them. As a neutral, I like it too, but like as a fan, I don't like those kind of games. Game started off kind of okay. They had some chances. Chukwueze. Let me not talk so much about that Chukwueze, but he was playing very well. I'm like, bro, look at this guy. You. Let me not just talk so much about Chukwueze, but he started off well. Then we had the penalty appeal, Mbumu. Was it really a penalty? I don't know. I don't think so. But I've seen some of those given before, Sha. That's what I'll just see. We had another penalty appeal which was given this time. Now, I'll be honest. That was not a penalty. At first I was like, that's a penalty, because it was the same Cuenca guy that committed the 2 fouls. But when I saw the VAR and everything, I'm like, okay, if the foul came outside the box. But who needs a penalty? Who needs a penalty when you have Bruno Fernandes crossing the ball for Casemiro? Who needs the penalty? Casemiro has scored, I think, 4 headed goals this season in the Premier League. My holding midfielder, my Brazilian Onk has scored 4 Premier League goals this season, all headers. Now this guy's having, his redemption arc is crazy, because me included, I'm never going to exclude myself from this. I was calling for this guy to get the hell out of my team. He was looking so washed. Even Carragher had to basically, that was his own version of an apology yesterday when he said he has a lot of football in him left. For those that know, when he said leave the football before the football leaves you. Then he said that he basically said yesterday that he has a lot of football left in him, so he can take a shot at him if he wants now, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. Well, Casemiro has been crazy. Like, this season in general, even under Haramori himself, he was still decent this season. But now he has taken his game to another level. Like, see, sometimes some things are not too hard. This man is like 40 years. Okay, to be honest, he's like 33. But he's old. You don't want to be covering the whole, like, he's back in that 3-4-3. He was like this, going back and forth. I'm like, bro, now at least you have a midfield 3. He has less work to do. Kobe is doing his own work. He doesn't have to cover the whole ground. See how his performance level has gone up. After we scored, obviously we were compact. Fulham played really well. I won't even lie. They played really well. Like, I felt, I'm not taking any shot at anyone, but I felt more pressure watching this match than watching Man City and Arsenal, because Arsenal held the ball for longer, obviously. But like you could tell that, okay, the only time I had fear when I was watching Arsenal was when they had set pieces. I was scared. But like in open play, I was like, we can handle this ones. But Fulham were moving the ball, they were switching the play. Those switches, those long switches of play, no, they really. That's how to actually break a. I don't use the word low block because we're not really in a low block, but a compact shape. They knew what they were doing. Till they didn't. When Casemiro, you didn't see that no look pass, that no look assist, Cunha. That dance is what is trending right now, to be honest. That dance, everybody is doing it. See, next week when we score again, I'll soon get to next week. But next week when we score again, I hope Cunha does it again, because that pass was crazy. Cunha has had goal involvement in all games under Carrick so far this season. Came on against City, gave an assist. Came on against Arsenal, scored a goal. Started against Fulham, scored a goal. At 2-0, I was like, okay, champagne football, everything was going well. As I said in the beginning of the video, Fulham, a resilient team. Like, yes, we were comfortable, but I knew that game was not over at all. And we considered a penalty, which was an unfortunate penalty. It was a penalty. At first, I thought it was not a penalty, but it was a penalty. It was an unfortunate one to concede, but as they scored, Raul Jimenez, who took like 1 billion hours to take that penalty, he finally scored the penalty. I said, okay, 2-1. This is time to start. I don't know if it's time to be scared or I just didn't know what to think of. But I knew the game was not over. We brought in Sesko. He's like less than 2 minutes of him being on the pitch. He already had a chance. Headed it off the bar. I was like, Sesko, I beg. See, not today. But you see, Sesko, he deserves a lot of credit, and I'll get to him later. Fulham scored 90 plus, I think it was 90 plus 1 out of 9 added minutes. That Kenny boy, I don't know you, but you see that goal? 2 lamens in post would not have caught that ball, because the curve, the shot, like everything was inch perfect. As they scored that 2-2, I was like, no. I could already hear the haters. I could already feel the haters on the ring lights. Carrick. I could already feel it. I could already feel them. I said, 9 minutes. We still have like 7 to play. This game is not over. And the game was not over. How will the game be over when I have Bruno Fernandes? How would he dummied Bassi back to AFCON? How would he look at this guy dummy? God, Bruno, the disrespect this guy gets. Cross the ball. Who else? Benjamin Sesko. God, that one I was about to say that boy deserves a lot of credit, because after Amorim got sacked, he scored in his 2 games. No, he scored 2 goals against Burnley, 1 against Brighton. Yes. So he was 3 goals in 2 games post this guy sacking. Carrick came. He didn't play against City. Like, he didn't even play a single minute against City at all. Against Arsenal, he came off the bench basically when we just had to like try to hold on to the lead. So now we actually did need you to come on and come clutch for us. Because Dogu injured, we're like, okay, Sesko is going to start. He didn't start. Cunha started ahead of Dogu. Now, some players would have like put their heads down. You'd have seen Fabrizio already tweeting transfer links that they leaked to him about them wanting out of the team. But he didn't do any of those. I don't know about him in training. But from everything Carrick says about him, he was composed, put his head down, he said, don't worry, I'll wait for my moment. And the moment came to you, and he seized it. What a goal, man. What an absolute belter of a goal. A winning goal. And that referee, that useless referee that know how to end the match. I was begging for, imagine against Fulham, and they begged for final whistle. Please end this match. Because if that match went on longer, this would have scored. Man, as I said earlier in the video, like, yes, these games are nice when you win them. Oh. Yes, all these thrillers, that's the word for it. They are nice when you win them. But man, it's not good for my heart rate, man. It's not good. I celebrated so hard, yes, but when that Kenny goal entered, I was like, God, that's how we've dropped points. But nah, not when I have Bruno Fernandes and Benjamin Sesko. So like play, 3 games in a row, 3 wins. Next week, Spurs. Ask about me. In fact, you don't need to ask. You don't need to go far. Ask your North London neighbors about me. I don't make empty threats. You have been my bogey team for the past how many matches now? How many? Like 2 years. You can't escape this time. See, you cannot escape this time. Spurs next week. I promise you, you get what you deserve, and what you deserve is a beating. That beating that you escaped in Europa League final, you escaped the whole of last season, you escaped earlier this season. You will get it. I promise you. You guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for the support I've been getting on this channel. But this is not easy. But you know what? Manchester United, we are back. Carrick. Let me not say Carrick at the wheel because it's going to give me PTSD. But we are back, and what else do I have to say? Man, nothing, man. I'm out.